Sawadee-ka. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and I'll be guiding you in a breathing mindfulness meditation session. And then afterwards, I'm going to open up to any and all questions that you might have. We're going to be starting with some chanting to ease into the meditation. Then I'm going to provide you some guidance, but then there's going to be a period of time where it's just quiet and we're all meditating together. Then we're going to come out of that with some more chanting. And that's where I'll just open up to whatever questions you have. Whether you're in Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom, you can ask questions during the class. So I'd like to welcome all of you, whether you're joining for the first time or you're joining regularly, and invite you to pull up a meditation cushion or a chair or a sofa or whatever it is that you usually meditate with. And if you'd like to join in with the chanting, you're more than welcome. I'll be back after the chanting with some guidance. Samma sammuto mahakawa Bhutang mahakavanang apivateyami Savakato mahakavata tammo Dhammang namasami Supatipano mahakavato Savaka sangho Sanghang namami Namo rasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo rasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Namo rasa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa Iti piso mahakawa arahang samma sammuto Vicacaranang sammuno Sakato rokawitu Anutero purisa Dhamma sati satatawa manusarang Oto Bhagavati. Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath. A nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder Then whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath, with the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวาโอตังภะคะวันนังอภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตภะคะวะตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนภะคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมหะคะวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารนังสัมมุโนสกขาโตโรกาวิตุอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามานุสรังโอโตภะคะวะติ Okay, if you guys would like to slowly make your way out of meditation. Once again, welcome to all of you guys. Nice to see everyone in class today. This was Breathing Mindfulness Meditation. This is a primary form of training that you're going to need in addition to other things to be able to train the mind to get to enlightenment. This is a practice that you can build up to 2 or 3 sessions per day for 30 minutes or more. And then, of course, if you already know loving kindness meditation, you could be having that instead of one of your breathing mindfulness, maybe in the morning. That would be really helpful. So what I'm going to do is open up to any and all questions you guys have, whether you're in Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom. You can put that in the comment section, or if you're in Zoom, you can electronically raise your hand and ask any and all questions that you like. Okay, I see Yusuf has a question. Go ahead, sir. Yusuf, we can't hear you. Your mute's off, but we can't hear you. I'm going to go to Ted and Kristen while maybe you sort that out. Okay, go ahead, guys. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's my side. 1 second. Yeah, actually, it's my side. All right, go ahead, guys.
Hi there. Hi, Teacher David.
Hey.
So I have a little something's come up recently where my mind has been more attached to, I think, what people think. And it's interesting because I've been down here sort of in a way isolated from like the world that I came from, which was a choice, right? And we're having people coming down to visit. And I just recently, this morning, I was kind of going through my clothes in the closet and thinking about this dinner that we have coming up with some friends that are coming down to visit. And I was really struggling with like, this personal existence view of like how I want to appear to people, how I want to be perceived by my friend who's coming to visit. And, trying to like, have this certain look. And I noticed it when I was doing it, but I continued to do it. I still kept going through my closet. So I guess I'm just trying to figure out how to sort of get through that, because I don't necessarily want that to come back into my mind, but it's still there. So I just want to see what your thoughts are about that.
Yeah,
I mean, I remember you saying like, just pick something off the top. Don't worry about how it looks, but I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah. So it's good that you're noticing it, but yeah, you're going to need to cut off and let go when you see your mind doing that. You're going to need to be willing to do that. You're going to need to be willing to pick off the top and be comfortable with that. The meditation to realize non-self would be helpful for you if you're not doing that already. Those are all the things that you really would like to pay attention to. If your mind's not willing to do it, that's because it's still holding on to that personal existence view. It's not willing to let go. One of the things you might think about is that if you have friends that are judging you based on the things that you're wearing, probably not the people you would like to be friends with anyway, right? So keep that in mind. And your friends probably aren't judging you, right? They're probably, really close friends that you've been around for a while. So that can maybe help you break through that, is realize like, okay, well, I'm just going to wear whatever I wear. And if they don't want to be around me because of that, then that's probably a good thing. And I can sort that out now, and I can see what type of friend they are, right? But of course, I don't think your friends are going to shun you just because of what you're wearing. It's all going on in your own mind. So those are some things that I would encourage. Do you look in the mirror frequently throughout your day and throughout your week?
I don't know if I do. I do look in the mirror, but not to. Yeah, I guess I do. Okay. I guess I do. But I I criticize myself a lot, and I think that's when I see myself. I'm like, I always see the flaw. So yeah, I'm not trying to like, I don't wear makeup and I don't do my hair. Like I don't do that kind of looking in the mirror. But when I do look in the mirror, I'm kind of like, oh, sometimes. And yeah, I like to kind of move away from that. So I don't know if there's I'm not familiar with that meditation. Is there, where can I find that in the book?
Sure. So I suggest that you train your mind to not look in the mirror for a good long while, multiple months. No need to even look in the mirror. And then where you'll find it is the meditation is in Volume 1, Chapter 11. It's similar to loving kindness meditation, but instead of doing the affirmations for loving kindness, you do things like, I am not the body. And you do that on the out breath, right? I am not the body, I'm not the body. And then I am not the mind, I'm not the mind. You'll see it in the book, there is no self and so forth and so on. If you have questions on it, feel free to send me a message or schedule personal guidance or post on our Facebook group or something like that. And I've done videos on it too, so you'll find it on our YouTube channel.
Okay, thank you. I haven't done that, so I'll work on that then.
Okay, yeah, that'll be a good addition for you. Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, Yusuf, that was actually on my side that I couldn't hear you.
You want to mute?
You can now?
Yep, I can hear you.
How was that on your side? What did you do?
There was just a setting that I needed to change on my side.
So I said, good evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, okay. I would like to, first, may I know why in Messenger you ain't replying to my messages?
Why I'm not replying to your messages in Facebook is because it's very clear that you're attached to writing me messages in Facebook. Very, very, very clear, Yusuf. And the best way for you to let that go is for me to stop writing you and stop messaging you, and doing that for an extended period of time. there's a lot of attachment that you have, not just in Messenger, but just contact with people, just contact with people. You talk about this with your friends and other people as well. But with me, or whether it's for the teachings or what it is, you have a lot of attachment with wanting to talk with me by Messenger. And it's very clear. And it's gone on for a really long time. And the reason why I'm not writing you anymore is because I love you. And I would like to see you eliminate that attachment, because that's going to be the best thing for you.
What about my questions? Do you think that so this is your side, what you are doing? What about my side? Is there anything I can do? Or you are not saying that I should do anything?
You need to be able to cut off and let go, and train your mind that, the constant messaging me, the constant messaging me, the constant messaging me. And even when you ask me one question and I'll wait a few hours or even a day or two to not reply to you, and then you'll ask me 3 or 4 or 5 more, and then I'll wait a day or two to see what's going to happen, and then you'll send a few more questions instead of just asking a question or two, waiting for someone to reply, and then writing another message. And you just constantly, it's not in, if it's not in Facebook Messenger, it's in the Facebook group. If it's not there, it's you showing up in a class, and it's just constant. And it's fine with me. I'm not discontent. I'm not upset or angry or anything, but it's just clear that your mind is just overactive with lots of contact, and you're not restraining your mind and pulling it back. And if you're doing this with me, there's the potential that you're doing it with other people too, and it's going to damage your relationships. Because with me, I'm not mad, I'm not upset, I'm not angry. I love you unconditionally, but that's not necessarily the case for other people. And now other people, they're going to experience anger or frustration or annoyance, and they're not going to realize it's coming from their own mind, and they're going to push you away. They're going to be bitter, harsh, and hostile to you, or they're going to start putting your expectations on you. So since you didn't ask me any questions about that, you did just recently ask me a question about why I didn't reply to you, but I was waiting to see what would happen, right? Because you're constantly asking questions, and now see, this is what happened. Is you can't wait for an answer through Messenger. You're going to show up in a class and then ask me the question here, because you want an answer. Yusuf wants an answer. He's got that craving, give me that answer. I just can't wait and be patient and sit back and wait for David to answer me on his time. I need it when I want it. And that's Yusuf's mind, that you need to train your mind to get rid of that. So you're going to need to cut it off and let it go. You're going to need to restrain your mind. You're going to need to step back and let people reply to you when they're ready to reply to you, rather than constantly bombarding them with messages and voice messages and stuff like that.
I actually know that when you don't reply with me, there is a reason. And of course, the reason would 100% be that you are trying to help me with something. Not necessarily I should know what it is. And for the last 2 weeks, I think you haven't been replying to me on Messenger for 2 weeks or 10 days. I haven't asked you, I haven't come to the meeting to ask you questions when you do breathing mindfulness meditations, because I respect what you are trying to do, which of course I know it's trying to help me. So I don't just come to the meetings and ask you questions, even though sometimes I do it on Facebook about some things that I'm not necessarily thinking about, but just maybe a discourse that pops out in front of me. But this time I am here because hour before that, when I saw you that you didn't reply to my messages, I thought of I saw that my mind was constantly opening Messenger, checking if you saw the message, if you replied to the message or something. So I noticed how that makes my mind, as you mentioned, overactive, thinking about David. Did he answer? Did he saw? Did he react? Did he anything? So that takes the joy and the concentration out of my mind. So I thought of maybe going for an extended amount of time, not not specifically about eliminating the craving to ask questions, but something different, which is I don't actually remember what it was because I was thinking about that like a week ago. It's I think attachment to the idea of talking about the teachings or discussing the teachings or asking questions about the teachings. Like it's not necessarily the question itself, but it's what I am doing, which is asking question and contacting you. So, but then I thought it could not be like a wise decision because maybe as someone who hasn't perfected the Eightfold Path, I might need to ask you questions. So I let go of that idea. So what do you think I should do here? Is going away would be a good idea or just like cutting off and still ask you questions?
Well, you just confirmed that you definitely have a craving to talk with David because you constantly kept looking to see if did he look at the message, did he reply to the message, what did he do? That's your mind having craving. So, I saw that one, and you've now seen it too. So, what I suggest you do is if you have a question, is post it in Facebook and just let it be there and don't look to see when did David reply, did he answer my question or not. Just post it in the Facebook group, and don't send it by Messenger because Messenger gives you an indication of whether I've seen it or not. But if you post in the Facebook group, it won't give you that indication. It's either I've answered it or not. So just post your questions there, and then when I'm ready to answer them, I'll answer them.
Okay. So we have talked about this. So I will talk now about the thing that I am here for today, which is teacher. Like I am so tired of my craving for girls. I can describe to you one thing. In holiday, like before college started, for like 1 or 2 months, I was day after day after day after day having like a tremendous amount of joy and energy. I was like looking at that energy like, what on earth is that? Like the energy just does not go away. It keeps rising and rising and rising every day. Like I would maybe be 6 days joyful and having energy, and one day maybe it would go away for a certain amount of time, and that kept going for months. And like maybe yesterday when I forgot about the girl thing, the joy and the energy arose in the mind, and I was like, wow, what is that? So I actually don't know what to do here. Like the eliminating sexual craving is something so difficult for me. I can't do it. Even if I try, I can't do it. And I can't like drop out of college. I have to go to college like every day, and I can't like take maybe a week rest, 2 weeks rest for my mind to get the energy and comes back. I have to go to college every day, and I actually don't know what to do here. Like it's so taking out the joy of me.
Yeah, well, you've already said that you're not going to eliminate your sexual craving now because you're interested in having a wife and maybe a family or something like that. So you're going to need to do the best you can. I would definitely recommend the meditation to eliminate sexual craving because that's not going to completely eliminate it, but it will reduce it for you. So if I was you, I'd integrate that in to your practice. And then at some point you're gonna get a wife, and now you can have lots and lots of sex if that's what you're interested in doing, and work on extinguishing your craving that way, because you can either fulfill a craving or cut it off and let it go. So if you start doing the meditation to eliminate sexual craving, that'll help knock that down. It's not going to just go away, but it'll knock it down for you. And I don't know if you'd like me to talk about some of the things you've talked with me about privately because we're live streaming right now. There's some things that I can share with you too, but it's more related privately, and I can end class and we can talk in Zoom privately if you like.
I'm not following, but you can share anything I told you in Messenger.
Okay. So do you still watch pornography?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not going to be able to just eliminate your sexual craving, just snap your fingers and eliminate it. You're going to need to peel it back piece by piece by piece. So if you can peel back the pornography part, that will be a step in the right direction. So now let's just say you're watching pornography 3 times a day. Try to get it down to twice a day for like a week or 2 or 3, right? And now, once you're doing that comfortably, try to get it down to once a day that you're watching pornography, and do that for a week or 2 or 3. And then try to get it down to every other day you're watching it once. So you're going to need to peel it back slowly but surely like this. And you can't just jump right to eliminating your sexual craving for women. You're going to need to eliminate some of these, we call it a peripheral, things on the peripheral, on the outer edge of your sexual craving, and the pornography is a good place to start.
I haven't been talking to girls online for like months now. Is this something I should keep doing to help me, or talking with them online is fine?
If you're going to find a wife, Yusuf, you're going to need to talk to women. You're going to need to talk to women and have conversations with them and get comfortable with doing that. If I was you, I would just take one piece at a time. I would be implementing the meditation to eliminate sexual cravings and peeling back the pornography. Those are 2 big steps in the right direction. That's where I would start if I was you.
I can mention to you one thing. I have done that sexual meditation thing, like, I don't know, 1 or 2 years ago or 3, and I have been able to not have like any lust, as I mentioned to you before, for 6 months, like no lust. No matter what I see, there is no lust. So because of that, I observed the mind, and the mind was like so calm regarding girls. Like when I walk in college, there is no longing or yearning for them, and I see them as I think you see them now, like maybe sisters or beloved people, like as you see men. So, but I'm a little bit unsure. Why would that help me let go, like maybe 90% of the cravings for them? Because my cravings for them isn't only sexual, but like, emotional also. But when I eliminate the sexual craving, the emotions would go too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Would you have any comment here, or I can ask another question?
No, that's I have helped you with the things that I recommend for you, which is the meditation and the peel back the pornography.
Is looking at girls in college one of the things, as you said, like how to describe it when you did this move? I don't know the word you said, like the outer things?
Yes.
On the
peripheral, yeah. Like if you're noticing that you're sitting there like gawking at women or looking at them, you would like to not allow your mind to do that. Like you're walking in the hallway and you're looking at their shoulders and their neck and their hips and their legs, stuff like this. You need to like look away. You need to like duck into a different room or look down to the ground, or, just stop walking and let some other people go in front of you or something like that. You need to cut that off, not allow the mind to dwell in that.
So I should like let go of everything on the surface.
Yeah.
Everything, not only the porn.
Well, it's best if you do these things little by little. If you try to tackle too much at one time, the mind can get really uncomfortable and it can kind of revolt on you and not be comfortable with that impermanence. So that's why I recommended the meditation and getting rid of the pornography. Those are 2 big ones. And then this one, if you can put this one in too, you're like, yeah, do this one too, where you're not allowing your mind to dwell in looking at women in that way. But if you start putting too many things that you're trying to shed away, the mind can have difficulties with that because it doesn't like the impermanence.
So, like, even if I were maybe to scroll on online apps and there were some beautiful girls that have a beautiful body or a beautiful face, also I should like let go of that. This is also included.
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. As soon as you see that beautiful face or whatever else it's showing, just go. Just keep scrolling.
The face is included, not only the body, right?
Yeah, whatever it is, you just see some beautiful image of a woman coming up and you notice your mind like, wow. No, just keep scrolling. Just keep scrolling. Just keep going.
Okay. I am kind of curious to know, you remember when I was continuously asking you about how can I get friends? You remember that?
Yes.
I actually didn't do much. I did a lot in regard of letting go of the craving, but not that like I did focus all my attention on it. But the craving faded away, and now talking to guys is something that is just like an interest to me. So why I was able to let go of that while this thing for girls is I just can't no matter what I do. Like I have been in college for 4 years, meaning I had 3 holidays for 4 months. Like I was going into college, going out of college, calming my mind in holiday, and like all these stuff, but it's still the craving still there.
Yeah, usually the sexual craving is a very strong, deeply held craving, where the craving just to have friends and have guy friends, it's not going to be as strong of a craving. So that's why it's easier for you to eliminate that one than this one. This one is going to take you, multiple years. Even when I started actively working to eliminate sexual craving, it took me multiple years to eliminate it. So, and that was after I'd already had many experiences, and I was in my mid 40s by that point, right? So, you're a young guy, you probably have a lot of craving, you haven't had any experiences sexually yet, so you probably have a really high craving for sex. So that's going to be a really challenging one for you to eliminate, and you're not going to be able to eliminate it before getting a partner because you haven't been with a woman yet. If you have this craving to do that and you are going to move in that direction, you're going to need to do that at some point. But your wife will appreciate if your craving isn't so strong because, if you have a lot of craving for sexual activity and she doesn't, it can cause complications in your relationship. And you might even do something very unfortunate like going outside your relationship, and you're not interested in doing that.
Yeah, thank you. So just confirm me this is like how much percent would you give the sexual craving in regard of what I am experiencing? Is it like 90%? Like if I were to eliminate the sexual craving, would 90% of this feelings go?
It's hard to say. You have to look at your mind and see what situations you're getting discontent in. But the sexual craving is a very strong one. And I know that you have that very strong craving and you experience a lot of discontentedness about it or related to it. So even just reducing your sexual craving will help you eliminate some of your discontentedness. And when you experience discontentedness, it won't be as strong. So just reducing your sexual craving would be a big help for you, even if you don't eliminate it 100%.
So how can I do what you said and still look for a woman? How can I still do that? Is there like a way of me still be able to do that, or I should like let this go and focus on this side?
That's the challenge that you're in, is that one side you're trying to reduce your sexual craving, on the other side you're trying to find a partner, right? So that's why I suggested to start with the pornography and the meditation. That's the best way to start. And then don't allow your mind to dwell in looking at women. But instead, make wise decisions. If you're going to talk with a woman, talk with her. But if you see your mind going into, wow, she looks so good, I wish I could put my arms around her and, gosh, I just want to touch her hand and da 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 da. Like if you see your mind doing that, like indulging in thoughts like that, eliminate that and just talk with her as a human being and as a person, not as an object to please Yusuf.
Do you know that maybe like for this month or this 2 months, I have never like allowed the mind to have like even maybe a single thought regarding this long yearning for them, like oh this woman and me hugging her and this kind of stuff, but still the craving is so big.
I'm sure. Yeah. So start with the things that I mentioned and work with that for several weeks and months, and then see where you're at the after that.
There is some things related to I would like to ask about. Our college is like a hospital, like the hallways are so narrow. So there are thousands of students there, and you can imagine how loud the place would be. In such a loud place, I find that it is not suitable to talk to this woman that I'm interested in, because she would be like, what? I can't hear you, and I will need to yell. So isn't this maybe like a craving I have? But like if you were instead of me, would you be able to see this situation like suitable, or what's that? I can't talk like in loud places.
Yeah, I would, instead of trying to have any kind of meaningful conversation with her, I would just have enough conversation that you can relocate either physically or, get her on the mobile phone or something. And then you can arrange for an opportunity to meet up with her at another time outside of school. So you would just like to talk to her enough at school to be able to move to a different location or get her Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is, so that you can then talk with her offline, meaning offline from school, but online on the phone, so that then you can arrange a time that would be helpful for you guys to meet at a smoothie shop or at a park or something like that. And then it is a better place for you to have a nice conversation with her.
If you were me, would you see the situation is still like suitable if the place was?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's too loud. You can't have a meaningful conversation there. And now, like you said, you're having to yell and holler. You're not interested in establishing a relationship that way. You would like to, just talk a little bit, and smile, wave to her, ask for her information so that you can contact her later. And then that's where you can have a meaningful conversation.
Okay. I'm one of the things I do is like I think about the ins and outs, like the why all this is happening in the mind. And one of the things that I'm thinking about when I talk to a woman outside of college, like let's say I went to a store and there was a woman and I had like a conversation with her, I would be completely fine, joyful, mindful, concentrating. But in college, I can't. Is that because of how big is that because there are like thousands of girls? I don't know. Like, is this the reason?
Yeah, whenever you're having the contact, when you're having a lot of contact, that's going to increase your craving. So that's why I mentioned to you that, walking and looking down at the ground and, not allowing your mind to dwell in the thoughts of looking at a woman, it'll allow your mind to get more free because you're getting a lot of contact of seeing women, and it's arising your craving.
The last question. This question is like, just give me an opinion because like the answer is already known. Because or like, all these cravings are hitting the mind at one time, and, I'm still not perfecting the Eightfold Path. The mind becomes so discontent that I can't. It's impossible for me to talk to the girl that I'm interested in. So what I thought is, I would never like be able to do that, maybe for a year or 2 years. So instead of just like letting go or dropping the thing, I can send her a message online. And By the way, like I can't talk to her because the mind is craving for her. So if I were to send her like a message online, telling her that I like you and explain some stuff like I can't talk to you because the mind is fearful when he likes a person. I'm not shy, and this is not the way I would like to be introduced to you. And I was thinking to do it in real life and person to person, but I just because of those I am unable. So would you like to get to know each other? If she says yes, I can like maybe assure you I think I will be able to talk to her, even though that now it's impossible to talk to her. Would you think this is a valid way? Even though that, as we talked before, I need to show her how strong and confident and this kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't recommend you tell her that you're fearful of talking to her and all of these kinds of things, because it creates a awkward dynamic between the two of you guys. Because telling her those things, she can't help you eliminate that. She can't fix it. You need to fix it within your own mind. So it's better for you to just keep that to yourself and just work on eliminating your fear and talking to her as a human being, not allowing your mind to think of her as an object to please this being Yusuf, but as another human being that you're genuinely interested in getting to know. And then deal with your fear, deal with your emotions on your own, because there's nothing she can do to fix your emotions. If you tell her that you're having these emotions, she's just gonna feel awkward because that's her mind and her craving. She's going to think that maybe she's the one who's causing those feelings, and it's just going to create an awkward dynamic between the two of you guys.
What about the idea of telling her that I like her? I don't see it as a valid idea. I think I should maybe like wait till my mind is comfortable, even if that took like weeks or months. Then I can approach her person to person instead of just I like you online instead of I like you in real life.
You've never talked to this person before?
I have talked to her. I have asked her a question in real life once about some exam, and I have talked to her multiple times online. I am not considering to tell her that online or to continue talking to her online, because that is not the way I would like to show myself, like guy only hiding behind the computer and sending messages, but in real life he unable to talk.
What would be your purpose in saying I like you?
When I tell her I like you, the fear and the nervousness and the shaking would fade away from the mind.
Okay.
Because she gave me like the approval that she is fine with me getting to know her and coming and sitting next to her and this kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like it would be a wise thing for you to do then. If you feel like there's enough conversation and enough of a relationship established that you can say that kind of thing, then yeah, there's no harm in you saying that. And if it's going to help your mind to relax and have a better relationship with her, then it sounds like it would be a wise decision for you.
What if there was no enough relationship established? There is no enough relationship established between us. I have asked her one question in real life, and I have messaged her multiple times, but I have never said hello after that one question. I have never said hello to her, even a smile.
Okay, well, when I said you have a relationship established, that was because you said that you guys have messaged each other several times.
Yeah, I messaged her several times. We talked, and she sent me some hearts. But I have never said hello in real life. So how would that be a good established relationship? Is when I like see you walking next to me and I don't say hi, David.
Oh, you guys haven't had any conversation. It's just sending emojis back and forth and stuff.
No. Do you have the time for me to explain you that, or like you need to go? Because it's fine to not explain this.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you need to develop more of a relationship where you can at least say hi to her and smile to her and stuff like that. There's no harm in you saying I like you. It's just that it's oftentimes nice to have some conversation and have some type of background before you get to that point. So like my wife, I knew her for about 2 or 3 months. I had kind of spent a good amount of time with her for about 2 weeks. And then that's the point where I let her know that, I was interested in her. So you can decide for yourself whenever you feel comfortable. There's not like one right way to do this. There's not like a certain recipe that's going to work out, but I would just suggest that you have a little bit of a relationship, meaning that you've had some type of interaction, either by message where you guys have communicated or in person and stuff like that before you say that, because otherwise it appears that you're just saying, I like you because of your looks, right? And the way you look, and you would like to have some amount of conversation and relationship so that, first of all, you know that you like her for more than her looks, and that she understands that you like her for more than her looks.
Okay. Thank you, love.
Yep. All right.
Goodbye.
Take care, Yusuf.
Take care too.
Okay. I don't see any other questions online. So I'm going to end class by just thanking all of you guys for joining. Thank you for your interest in learning and growing, developing on the path. I'm going to be having more classes Sunday and Wednesday, along with the group learning program following this book. Each Sunday, I'm going to be going chapter by chapter, just like I have been. We're in chapter 21 this week, which is titled Do No Harm, What is the Future of Our Planet? So if you would like to read that ahead of time, you're more than welcome to. And then we're going to have a conversation about that on Sunday at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Thai time. And then, of course, next week for Wednesday, we're going to be doing loving kindness meditation at 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. Thai time. So you're more than welcome to join that. So whatever you do today, have a very lovely and wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Sawadee krap. Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your meditation. Look forward to seeing you online and answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.